Hey everybody. So we got this idea that we would finish up getting our greenhouse ready live before we lose sunlight. And so I've got the camera set up on a tripod, and I got to thinking the problem with it is you guys may not be able to hear me at all because it's set up a good deal away from the greenhouse where we have the greenhouse setting. No, I don't want to cancel it. Oh goodness, now I can't. Yeah, I can't. Here it is. Hang on. So this is where we got the greenhouse set up. We moved it from over by the barn near the house. We have it on a little knoll. Hey David, where that gets sunlight most of the day. Obviously it doesn't get it right now because the sun is going down. Hey Music Well. So I tell you what, excuse me if this is a little bumpy. I'm gonna pick this up. I've actually got my new gimbal. I'll put a link to the gimbal in the description. Same kind of gimbal that Mike over at Living on a Dime uses, and it's pretty smooth. Yeah, it's a pretty easy design for a greenhouse. We've got 2 cattle panels. Hey Nunda. Hey Red Duchess. Oh goodness, Red Duchess Farm is here looking at my greenhouse. How embarrassing. The greenhouse guru is here looking at my greenhouse. Patti's greenhouse, should I say. Anyway, it's functional. You know, we got 2 cattle panels. Patti really wants to add some more cattle panels to make it deeper because it's only about 8 feet by 8 feet in there. But we're able to get 2 tables, and we could probably do some more. Oh, I can't get the thing to, I'm learning how to drive this gimbal. Get 2 tables in there, and then we can actually put something along the back. And we've got a nice little door framed up. We've got PVC. Let's see here. Oh, wrong way. Here it is. We got PVC around the front just to give it some shape, and I got a little piece of PVC sticking out right there to provide a front porch. How about that? We've got a door frame built, wrong way again, sorry. Got a door frame in the front. We've got a window framed in the back. Well, Tommy, how do you connect the door frame to the greenhouse? Well, that's actually easier than you might think. I got to replace them, and I bought some to replace it. With zip ties, boys and girls. If you can't fix it with duct tape and zip ties, it can't be fixed. You know? So, anyway, it's a pretty simple design. And so I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to come back over here. Oh, now you're seeing our windbreak on the back porch. We did that during when it was so cold here. Unbelievably cold for our part of the country when we had like 72 hours of sub-freezing temperature and several days in a row of that's the wrong way. Shoot, I gotta learn how to drive this thing. Michael Killam's gonna have to give me some lessons on how to drive this booger. So I'm gonna turn it back around in a minute. Anyway, we got those tarps to break the wind for the dogs. We took their dog houses and basically made them igloos, man. We had them wrapped up with comforters and piled up with comforters, and so they were very warm even on those low nights, and we just haven't taken them down yet. So you know, in fact, Pete, my old boy Pete, he likes to get out there and lay in that corner anyway where there's no wind. So I'm going to turn the camera around to face what we're doing here. And then I'm going to get over there and start working on it some more. Let me get the camera angle just right. And so you guys are just going to have to understand, number one, you may not be able to hear me. Whoa, this thing's going crazy. You may not be able to hear me from that far away. If I decide to say something, I'll try to speak up. And you're just going to have to watch. Oh, the main thing is I'm not going to be able to see any comments, okay? So there won't be any addressing the comments while I'm over there working on the greenhouse, getting the greenhouse ready at Alderman Farms. So here we go. I wish I could play background music. Somebody hum. How about that? One of y'all on there, one of y'all in the chat, just hum for some background music while I'm doing this. I started to turn around and ask you, can you hear me? How's the audio? But why would I do that? I can't see what your answer is. Y'all help me out if anybody new comes into the chat and they try to get my attention or something. Just remind everybody, I can't see what you're saying or anything. I'm kind of flying blind by the seat of my pants, but that's a pretty wide wing. Zip ties are amazing. I can't hardly see what I'm doing. It's getting dark. Let me see if y'all can see. Yeah, you can still see a little bit. So we've got 6 mil plastic sheeting that we use, and we originally bought a 100-foot roll of it. It's like 20 feet wide, 100 feet long, and I think it was about $100, and it lasted several years. So I just had to go to town. I'm gonna cut myself. I'm gonna cut my fingers off live on YouTube. I I just had to go get some more. Just had to go get some more because she was a little bit short for the front pieces. And I bought a 25-foot roll for $24.98. I mean, who you kidding? For $24.98. It's 25 bucks. And so what we do is we use these little, I sure hope you can see that. These little plastic cap nails to hold that visqueen down all around the bottom. And so that's what I'm gonna do right this minute. If I can find the hammer. I found the hammer. I think probably the camera is picking up more light than there actually is, so I'm probably not going to be able to finish this. We'll have to come back out early in the morning when we got better daylight, because I'm afraid I'm going to smash my fingers. I'll be back. I'm going on the other side of the greenhouse. It's darker on the other side than it is on this side. I tell you what, I'm gonna call it square right there because it's just getting too dark, and we'll come back in the morning and finish it up. Oh, I'm gonna see if I can get this turned around. It's wanting to follow me. I know what I wanted to do. Whoa. How about that? I'll tell you, this gimbal's pretty fancy. It might be a little bit too fancy for a country boy. Let's see here. Whoop, wrong way. There it is. All right, so that was 15 minutes of riveting entertainment, right? And I did hit my finger on the other side of that greenhouse because it's a lot darker than it is over here. So kids, don't try this at home. But we like our little greenhouse design. The bottom, backwoods raised, the bottom is the plans that we saw. I saw these plans somewhere, and I just kind of adapted it because I like things. Because I'm a man, and I like things heavier than. So it was the guy we saw do this put it together with 2x4s. Actually, we saw one guy who didn't use anything at the bottom. So the vertical frame is cattle panels, 2 cattle panels zip tied together to make them. It's right at 8 feet, and I think we overlapped them like one section on the cattle panels, and so it's approximately an 8 foot by 8 foot box in there. And at the bottom, because I like things heavier than they should be, I've got treated 2x6s. Instead of treated 2x4s. I just wanted them to be a little bit more, a little sturdier. Oh, David Sharrow says Texas Prepper 2 has videos on the design. Well, it wasn't Texas Prepper that I saw, but, you know, that Texas Prepper's got it going on. If I'm thinking correctly, Texas Prepper is a cattle panel guru. His entire garden just about. He's got so many things set up with cattle panels. For trellises and all kind of stuff. And you know, we made a commitment last year that every year we were going to incorporate more cattle panels into our garden design because it's a little more expensive at the outset, you know, but I figure if you do a little every year, buy a few every year, because man, they'll last generations, and especially if you keep them up off the ground where they don't rust. But they're so sturdy and versatile. You can do anything with a cattle panel, just about. And I got gates made out of cattle panels. Yeah, Time to Sow said, give me a cattle panel, I can work wonders in a garden. Yeah, they're fantastic. So anyway, appreciate you guys. Well, yeah, Backwoods Raised, I kind of started this live stream sort of in the middle of things. I was still doing some computer work when Patti got out here and got started. The greenhouse has been in existence for a couple of years. We just replaced the visqueen every year, and that's what we're doing. I'll tell you what, if you go look on my channel, I'll try to look it up maybe and link it in the description of this video. I think we did a video. We shot footage. I don't know if I ever edited it when we built it for the very first time. But you know, I don't mind sending you over to Texas Prepper 2 if he's got a good design and to show how he built it from scratch. We're just showing you that we're getting ready. Finally, it's time. In fact, we had somebody comment on another video, when are you gonna have your garden videos? I miss them. Like, well, it's getting close. It's time. So we're gonna start a new playlist, a spring garden 2018 playlist, and every video we do on our gardening attempts in the spring, gardening efforts in the spring, will go into that playlist. So, hey 7D. Yeah, I know Tractor Supply has cattle panels for $19. I know that's crazy. Do they still right now? Because they act like it's a special sometimes, but I wonder. And you know what? They're not quite as sturdy as some of the others, but I don't know that it's worth $9 more to get them somewhere else. And that's where we go. We go to Tractor Supply when we're in the market for cattle panels. We look for that special and see if they're still running it, and most of the time they are. So okay, I'm going to get out of here. There's Red Dutch's farm again. I'm reminded that I got the greenhouse guru watching me put together a greenhouse held together with spit and zip ties. Y'all, if you haven't been over to Red Dutch's farm channel, you need to go there. If you want to know anything about how to build your soil, and I don't mean build your soil. Well, they may do this too. I haven't seen that. I don't mean build your soil in the garden, but to prepare potting soil. the formula that he uses, and this guy is what you might call an expert. He is an expert. He don't just play one on YouTube. So go over. I really highly encourage you to go over to Red Duchess Farm and watch some of that. And also because Jamie at Red Duchess Farm is about to wow the YouTube world any minute now. She's going to start releasing videos set to music of her wet felting those fantastic hats that she makes out of alpaca hair. Mike can make a hat out of this. I don't know, then I'd have to give it up. I ain't gonna give it up. Tomas would be upset if I shaved my beard, even if I did make a hat out of it. So she's gonna start doing some instructional videos showing every step she takes to do that wet felting. She's like wet felts whole wardrobes of stuff, or at least one dress I saw, and it was amazing. And they're pretty expensive. Well, when she got to explaining to me the process and how long it takes her to fashion a dress out of an alpaca, there's no wonder. And I think she's not charging enough. So, oh, cool. Look at there. Spinning with drop spindles. She's going to be posting a video for that tomorrow. Well, we'll be watching. I have subscribed to Red Duchess Farm and hit the little bell to make sure that it sends me notifications, and I will be awaiting that video because I'm fascinated by that. Dana Sullivan over at Sullivan Family Homestead, Janet Garman at somebody help me, Timber Creek Farm. Janet's going to be at the Homesteaders of America conference, and she is just a guru when it comes to all things woolen and things like that. But I'm fascinated by that stuff. So look, it's almost completely slap dark out here. I got a spotlight shining on my face, and I'm about ready to go in and see if Patti, what she's got on her mind for supper. And we'll finish up this greenhouse in the morning. We may not do it. We may not do it live, but anyway, appreciate y'all hanging out. We'll see you. Tommy from Alderman Farms. If you haven't subscribed to us, do that. Give us a thumbs up. It helps. And come find us on Facebook. Look for our Friends of Alderman Farms Facebook group. If you send me a request to join it, I'll probably let you in. We got pretty low standards. That's because we don't have any friends, and you know. All right, bye, y'all.